Hey, what's up, everybody? I was just watching ADTV's review of TNA Impact. Actually, CJ's review of it, or CJ's, he's known him. And quite honestly, I have to agree with him that the pay-per-views may give you some great action and all that, but Impact's really TNA. I mean, it's like I talked about when I talked about the TNA, ripping off WWE with, oh, here's a new belt for the new regime and all that. And I said this weeks ago, and you can look this up on my channel. I said weeks ago that right after the Bound for Glory, right after the post Bound for Glory Impact, I asked the question, do you think the ratings are going to stay this way, stay up where they had them? No. And guess what? I was right. Because there's a lot of fans, longtime fans like myself, that know exactly what's going to happen. Alright? Yeah, we were intrigued to know why Jeff did what he did. Okay, we're intrigued. We found out. But after that, everything's just a repeat and a rehashing of what we've seen 15, 16 years ago. The only positive thing I could probably look at is the fact that they are definitely being more corrupt than they have been before. I mean, it took WWE, not WWE, but WCW almost a fucking year, if you will, almost 2 years, before Eric Bischoff got suspended from his job as president on screen by Dr. Harvey Shillard. That's how long it took for that to happen. Now, it seems as though rushing it. We're seeing things similar, and it seems to be rushed. And you know why? It's because Spike TV is seeing the ratings drop for TNA Impact. TNA Impact is one of the highest rating shows, and it is dying in the ratings right now. And some people may say that last night the reason it died was because there was Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. Let me kind of explain something to you. Not everybody gets the NFL Network. Not everybody. Alright? Guarantee you that. Not everybody gets the NFL Network. But some people might say that's the reason for the Impact rating dropping. Guess what? It doesn't matter. Because you can have Thursday Night Football just like you can have Monday Night Football. And here's the deal. Thursday night and Monday Night Football, NFL-wise, all depends on what region the game is being broadcast live in. In other words, like last night was Baltimore and Atlanta. Only the people in the Baltimore and Atlanta areas are going to watch that. Or regions are going to watch that. Okay? Look. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. Thursday night and Monday Night Football, all it is, yeah, you can have a majority of people watching it, no big deal. Okay? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I said, it's the region part. Now, some people may say you can blame Impact's dismal rating on that. Well, you can, but you can't. Because even though it was Thursday night and Monday Night Football, like I said, it's only those in the majority of those regions that watch those games, while the rest of the country will probably watch something like Raw or Impact. Okay? So, this to me is why I feel the only positive coming out of all this is the way people describe it and the way I read it. It seems that TNA is rushing this storyline now. And you know why? Because like I said, Spike TV apparently has seen the ratings drop for Impact, which is one of the highest rated shows, or supposed to be one of the highest rated shows, and they're losing the viewership not just to football, but to other things. They're losing the viewership to The Shore, the Jersey Shore on MTV, for goodness sake. Things like that. And that's why I believe that next month, Final Resolution, because they have fucking Dixie Carter and Sting advertised in the promos for Final Resolution. So if something fucking doesn't happen there, where Dixie Carter comes out with a lawyer and says, hey look, I got my company back now, oh by the way, Bischoff, you're fired, then I don't know what's going to happen. Something's got to happen next month to close out this year on a positive note for TNA, to balance things out. And by doing that, to me, Spike TV is going to, I'm guaranteeing you this, TNA offices, Dixie Carter and everybody, they're getting phone calls from Spike TV saying, hey, you better pick up the damn slack. We're losing viewers. You better do something. And I guarantee you something's going to culminate. Something's going to come together that's going to close out the year, possibly on a positive note, hopefully for TNA, to where 2011 will probably be a better year for this whole situation. And maybe 2011 will be the year that we finally get this in-company war, this in-company battle for supremacy. Okay? That's probably when we're going to get it. Because like I said, it just feels like they're rushing everything. Like everything that, when it was in WCW, when you had this storyline, they were taking nearly almost a year or so to, you would basically have what I'm saying is you would have a year to do over time. It feels like it's all being rushed. And for a reason, like I said, because the ratings are dropping and Spike TV's noticing. Spike TV, CBS, Viacom, whoever the head honcho or the head people in charge are of Spike TV, they're noticing it and they're going to want something done. And I'll tell you what's going to be done. Something's going to be done at Final Resolution, which is going to cause people to tune into Impact and see the beginnings of a war that's going to take place next year on TNA. Guarantee it. That's the only reason why things are happening the way they are. This is the only reason everything's become so shitty over the past month or so. All the ratings have dropped. It's because they're rushing things. People have seen this before. Longtime fans like myself have seen this before. Even the new fans, and so probably gone and archived all this stuff that's similar to what they see, are getting tired of it. But I think I know why. Because behind every negative there's a positive. And the positive is, we're going to get the war started next year. And next year, because Bischoff and Hogan's contracts are up around next year, is when this war will begin throughout the year. And then that's when things will probably start to pick up for TNA. That's the only positive. Because out of this negative that's been happening the past month, we're going to get a positive. And that positive is going to be TNA Impact. TNA picking it up for the new year. That's the only positive. Because like I said, you look at the fucking promo for Final Resolution, you got Dixie Carter and Sting in there. That's got to tell you something. Maybe not, I don't know. But something's going to happen. I mean, remember what Dixie Carter told Hogan and Bischoff? You're going to have this company over my dead body. And remember what her lawyer told them. Remember what her lawyer told them. That it wasn't over. There's your answer. This is why I believe we're getting all these shitty 30-minute promos. Why we're getting all this rehashing and recycling and rip-offing and doing the same things other companies are doing. It's because they're rushing things, because Spike TV is on them to get their asses out of their asses, get their heads out of their asses, if you will, and start moving forward to make something more positive. I guarantee you I guarantee you a positive, a huge positive. I just feel it. It's going to come out of this huge negative. It's going to come out of this huge negative, and it's going to spell the end of not just the storyline, but we're going to get back to normalcy. I guarantee you, by the summer of next year, maybe even sooner, if not by Bound for Glory, but next year. It may take a year, it may take another 6-7 months, but this will end. Heck, it might even end at lockdown. We'll see, but it's going to end. I guarantee it. It's going to end next year, either at lockdown, around the lockdown time frame, Slammiversary, or Bound for Glory. One of those three, it's going to end. Because I'm telling you right now, all this stuff of, oh, I'm going to fire you, you mess up again, blah, blah, blah kind of stuff, it's being rushed because of one reason. All the stuff that's similar to what would have taken place over a year's time in WCW, The reason it's being rushed now, like I said, is because Spike TV is noticing the ratings dropping, and they're getting on TNA for that. They're calling Dixie Carter up, they're calling Bob Carter up, they're calling Bischoff, Hogan, and they're getting right in their faces and saying, hey, you don't do something soon, we're gonna probably pull the plug. So, but that's why I believe everything that like ICO CJ said is happening, because the rushing things. It's because the Russian things, and believe me, ICO CJ, if you're watching, I'm going to give you this video response. The reason things are happening, in closing, let me just say this, is because Spike TV's on their asses to hurry things up, to hurry this storyline up, and get things back to normal so they can get the ratings back up. That's why this is happening. So, that's all I'm going to say. I'm out of time, just about. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Hope I made some sense too.